Hello guys, so this is the one of the problem that we are having. So we'll be having three joints, so one, two, three, and we'll be having the link lengths. Okay, so we need to find out the first thing that we have to do is we have to assign the frames for the three joints, and later we have to draw the DH table, and the third one we have to go for the transformation. Okay, so we have to do the steps one by one. The first one will be the frame assignment for three joints. Okay, and next one will be the DH table. Third one will be the transformation matrix. Okay, so let us start with the first step. Okay, so this is the figure that we are having. So we have to draw a axis like this. Okay, so this is the axis that we are having. So this is one more axis. We know the rules, right? So we have the three axes here. So we have the angles theta 1, theta 2, and theta 3, and we have to first go for assigning of z axis. The z axis will be the following the right hand thumb rule. So as it is like this, so we our right hand will be closing like this, and z axis will be pointing in a upward direction. So the z axis will be for in the upward direction. Later the rotation is like this. So if it is like this, so then the z axis will be like this. Okay, so another thing, the again the rotation is like this. In this rotates, we will be taking the anti-clockwise direction as a positive one, and clockwise direction as a negative one. Okay, Randy, so just go follow those rules. Okay, so first thing that we have to do is we have to take the right hand thumb rule, and the finger will be pointing the theta. Fingers will be whatever the fingers that is having, that will be following the theta direction, and thumb will be the axis direction. Okay, so this will be the z1, and this will be z2, and this will be z3. Okay, so these are the three things, and the tool position is already given. So we have to follow the rule of I and I plus 1. Okay, so I plus 1 is nothing but we have to take the axis as with respect to joint 1 and joint 2. That means when we are considering the joint 1, we have to consider for joint 2. Okay, so when we are taking the joint 2 means we have to take into consideration joint 3 also, and when we are looking the joint 3, then we have to go for the last one. Okay, so these are the steps that we need to follow while you are assigning the frames. Okay, so if you go for the origin means this will be the origin. Okay, so as it is connecting the two things, so while you are going for a first joint, so this will be the starting point, and so we have to assign the x-axis. So while you are taking the joint 2, we have to consider the joint 3. So here will be the origin for joint 3, and we have to consider the x-axis. So x-axis will be perpendicular to z-axis. So z1 is like this, and we have to draw axis like this. Okay, so this will be the x1. Okay, since the z2 is like this, and we have to follow the same thing. Okay, x2. Okay, so we have to draw a common perpendicular to z2 and z3. So this will be the x-axis. Okay, so x-axis will be perpendicular to z-axis. Okay, just remember that rule, because always keep it in mind. Okay, so if two axes are intersecting, then the x-axis will be the normal to it. We have already know that rule. So as the two axes are intersecting at here only. So suppose we are having a plane like this and one more plane like this, and both are intersecting at this. So the we will be drawing the common normal to that. So x-axis will be in the common normal direction. Okay, so that's why we have taken in this direction also. So we have to keep the both the rules in mind. We have to the x-axis must be perpendicular to z-axis, as well as if the both axes are intersecting in a single plane, then the x-axis will be normal to that. Okay, so we have to keep it mind the rules also. Okay, so as we have taken 1 to 2, so we have drawn it as x1 here. And if we go for 2 to 3 means 2 to 3, so z2 to z3, we will be drawing one common normal and common perpendicular to this, so that we will be having the least one we will be taking as the line as the x-axis. Okay, so coming to here, so if you consider the third joint, so if you see, just see here, so we'll be having a plane like this, and we are having the plane like this. Okay, so we will be having a common normal like this. Okay, so always remember the x-axis must be perpendicular to z-axis. So if we go draw like this, means this won't be perpendicular to this z-axis, so this will be parallel. So we should not draw that. That's why I am going for drawing of x-axis perpendicular to this. Okay, so x3. Okay, so that is the thing. So we'll be assigning the bottommost, that is the z naught here. Okay, z naught is like this, and x naught will be like this. Okay, so the next step will be the finding of DH table. Okay, so DH table you already know how to draw that. So we'll be taking the links in the first column. Okay, link 1, 2 and 3. Okay, right. So next we'll be taking as link length AI, alpha I, di and theta I. Okay, so these are the four parameters that we need to know. So the first thing, the first link we are taking as 0 to 1, 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. Okay, so that's what we will take it as. So the first one is 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 is nothing but link 0 to 1. So we'll be having a link length of 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 we'll having a link length of L1. So we don't have any offset distance, so link offset distance will be 0. Sorry guys, so this will be 0. So let me tell you some rules here. So AI is equal to, so distance from zi to zi plus 1 measured along xi. Okay, so next will be alpha I, that is angle of twist. Okay, So angle of twist from zi to zi plus 1 measured along xi. Okay, so the next one will be di. So the distance from xi minus 1 to xi measured along zi. Okay, so the last rule will be theta I. So the theta I is the angle from xi minus 1 to xi measured along zi. Okay, so right, so this is the things. Okay, these are the 4 rules that we need to follow. So the first two things we'll be considering I is equal to 0, and next thing that we are going to consider as I is equal to 1. Okay, so ai is nothing but the distance from zi to zi plus 1. So z naught to z1 measured along x-axis. So we'll be measuring along x naught. So distance from z naught to z1. So since both are in the same plane, so as both are in the same line of action, so we don't have any length. Okay, so if both are in same length, so what is the distance from z naught to z1? Okay, so if it is in the same line of action, so what will be the distance between them? There won't be any distance, so that's why we have taken it as 0. And alpha I, so alpha I is nothing but the angle of twist from z0 to z1 measured along the x0. Okay, so we don't have any type of twist to reach z0 to z1, so we will be taken as 0. And the second thing is distance from x I is nothing but 1, so x0 to x1. Okay, so x0 to x1, so measured along z1. So x0 నుంచి x1 కి ఎంత distance ఉంది measured along z1. So x0 to x1, so measured along z. Okay, z axis. So we will be measuring like this. So x0 నుంచి x1 కి ఉన్న distance ఎంత? So that will be the L1. Okay నండి, so so this is how we are going to take the DH table. So then last one will be the angle from x0 to x1 measured along z axis. So x0 to x1, so in order to reach the x0 to x1, we will be having some angle here. So theta 1, so theta 1 will be the angle. Okay, so the next thing is the second link. So 1 to 2 we will be going to measure. So here I is equal to 1, we'll be making it as I is equal to 1 and I is equal to 2 for the next 2 term. Okay, okay, so ai is nothing but distance from z1 to z2 measured along x-axis, z1 to z2. So z1 and z2 are in the same plane again, so that's why we are going to take it as 0. So next, angle of twist from z0 to z1 to z2 measured along x-axis. So here the z1 is in upward direction and z2 in the downward direction. Okay, so we'll be in order to reach z1 to z2 measured along x-axis, so we have to rotate something like this. Okay, so we have to rotate something like this in order to reach z1 to z2. Okay, so that's why we'll be having some twist here. So the twist will be, so we'll be taking as 90 degrees. Okay, so this will be plus because we have to rotate it in anti-clockwise direction to reach to z2. Okay, so what is the distance from here? The xi value will be 2. Okay, so distance from x1 to x2 measured along z1. Okay, so in order to make this third rule di, okay, distance from x1 to x2 measured along zi. So x1 to x2 both are in same plane, so we have to write 0. Okay, so last one, the angle from x1 to x2 measured along zi. Okay, so sorry, measured along z2. Okay, so measured along z2, so we'll be having the angle from x1 to x2, so we have some rotation here, theta 2. Okay, okay, because it is a revolute joint, so we have to write it as theta 2. Of course both are in the same plane, but it has made some rotation in order to reach x2. Okay, so from x1 to x2 it has to made some rotation, that's why it has given us theta 2 here, so we have to write the theta 2. Okay, so the last one will be, so the last one will be the 2 2 to 3, so we will be considering it as 2, and this will be as 3. Okay, so distance from z2 to z3. Okay, so measured along x-axis, so that is the x2. So we will be measuring along x2 the distance from z2 to z3, so z2 to z3, so z2 to z3, that will be the L3. Okay, right, so the next one will be the angle of twist from z2 to z3 measured along x2. So we'll be having a z2 to z2 to z3, so z2 to z3 we don't have any type of angle of twist to reach, because we both are in the same planes. Okay, so that's why we don't have any type of angle. Okay, so angle of twist. So last the next one will be the distance from x2 to x3 measured along z axis, x2 to x3. So x2 to x3 means we will be having x2 to x3. Okay, so this will be the x2 and this will be the x3. Okay, so we will be having something like this will be the length. Okay, so the if the distance, if we are measuring the distance, so x2 to x3, in order to reach from x2 to x3 we have some length. Okay, L2. So as it is here and it is moving towards upward direction, so we will be taking as minus L3 minus L2. Okay, so and the last one will be the angle. Okay, so we'll be having some things here, just see it carefully. So we have the last one, the angle from x2 to x3 measured along z axis, that is the z3. Okay, so here the x3 is in pointing in upward direction and x2 is pointing in the horizontal way. Okay, so in order to reach the x3 has to be rotated at an angle of theta 3. Okay, theta 3, but it is in upward direction. In order to reach this x2 value, it has to rotate an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, so plus 90 degrees. Okay, so this is the final thing. Okay, so we have got the DH table and we have to substitute in the transformation matrices that we are having already. So this is the formula that we are having. Just substitute the value of first one after first link data, and second link and third link. Okay, so if all the three is done, so we have to multiply all the three things and we have to get the final answer. That's what your duty now. So just substitute those values one by one. Okay.